What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you a review of the Nike Kobe 4 Protro Mambacita. So this version of the Nike Kobe 4 Protro celebrates the life, legacy, and what would have been the 17th birthday for Gigi Gianna Bryant. Releasing on her birthday May 1st, these retailed for a price of $180 US, which is roughly 245 Canadian dollars converted. And the official colorway for this shoe is white, black, and metallic gold. So the Kobe 4 Protro is basically an updated version of the Nike Kobe 4, intended to be suitable to be worn on the court for today's game. But for the purpose of this review, I bought these strictly to wear these casually, so if you're looking for an in-depth performance review, then there's probably other channels on YouTube that have you covered. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box. So this comes in a white-based cardboard box, and the box, it might be a little bit hard to tell, but it has this snakeskin texture to it all throughout. And on the top lid, we have this gold foil finish featuring Mambacita branding along with Gigi Bryant's jersey number 2. So this is your classic Kobe 4 silhouette, and as you look at the toe box, this is covered in a white colored synthetic leather. So just like any other Kobe 4, we have these perforations on the toe box, and on the medial side as well, we have more perforations. And if you look at the size of the perforations, you can see it spells out 24 for Kobe Bryant's jersey number. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this overlay of this synthetic leather, which has a honeycomb shaped pattern to it, and this wraps around the lateral side covering the bottom 2 eyelets. On the mid panel, we have more of that same textured leather, and it does away with that visible fly wire that the normal Kobe 4 used to have. Stitched on top of the mid panel, we have this embroidered swoosh, which is done in black. Surrounding the bottom of the heel, we have this TPU heel clip, which has Kobe Bryant's signature found on the lateral side of the right foot, and we have the jersey number of Gigi number 2, which is pressed on in gold in the middle of both the left and the right foot. Above this, the synthetic leather layer here is given a checkerboard or plaid pattern to it, which is something that Gigi would often wear. And on the top of the heel, we have Gigi embroidered across in black. As far as the laces go, so these come with 3 different lace options. The standard default lace are these flat style laces in black, and they have Gigi branding on the lace tips. But if you're not feeling these laces, they also give you these speckled black laces with hits of white, along with a flat white lace as well, if you want to give the shoe a little bit more of a minimalistic look. Underneath this, the tongue is constructed primarily out of this open style mesh in white. However, the top of the tongue is covered in synthetic leather, and in the center of the tongue, we have this 3D Kobe Bryant logo, which is pressed on in gold. The back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in this silky smooth black colored textile, and it's decently well padded to the touch. And as far as the insoles go, these come with your standard foam lined insole, and once again it features that plaid or checkerboard style pattern, and on the heel we have this heart graphic, Mambacita, and number 2 with the angel wings. So the upper of the Kobe 4 sits atop this Phylon foam midsole, which is painted in white. The rubber outsole wraps up and onto the midsole around the forefoot area, and encased within this midsole but not visible to the eye, we do have a zoom air unit underneath the heel of the shoe. And then turning this pair over to the bottom, so this outsole is basically entirely constructed out of a black colored rubber. We have this multi-directional herringbone style traction pattern that runs from heel to toe, and right in the middle we have a red colored swoosh, which is a nod to the red colored bow which Gigi would often wear in her hair. And underneath this rubber, we have this black colored carbon fiber shank plate as well, and this is there to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these Kobe 4s, and for those wondering about sizing, my foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side, and I find that Kobe 4s, 5s, and 6s and so on, they all fit pretty snug, so I went up half a size to a size 10.5. To give you guys a point of comparison, I also go with the 10.5 in the Kobe 5 and the Kobe 6 Protros as well. So whatever size you are for those pairs, I'd stick with that same size for this one. But I do know some people that are able to go true to size in the Kobe 4. So it comes down to personal preference and the shape of your foot. Moving on to the comfort, so again for casual use, I find these to be pretty comfortable. Keep in mind this is meant to be a performance basketball shoe, so wearing these casually, it's probably going to feel a little bit different than they are on the court, but just from my experience, it's a decent amount of softness in the midsole. But to be honest, I couldn't really feel the zoom underneath the heel, but that's just because I'm walking around in them, so I'm not going to be landing hard on my heels to really feel that zoom in action. But the Kobe 4 I feel is a decently lightweight shoe, and I think it's a silhouette that looks pretty good for casual use or on the court, and I think the tech specs they incorporated on the shoe for performance translates decently well, and it makes it a pretty comfortable shoe all in all. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and craftsmanship, so first off, material quality, unfortunately, this is all synthetic materials, which makes sense though because this is a performance basketball shoe. these synthetic leathers probably last a bit longer, so the materials were really nothing to write home about. And from a build and craftsmanship standpoint, I thought Nike did a solid job with this pair. There were some glue stains, but it was pretty minimalistic, and the stitch job was pretty good as well, and my left foot and the right foot lined up pretty symmetrically, so I was pretty happy with how these turned out in person. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet. I'll lace them up for you and I'll show you guys how these look. For anybody who's a fan of Kobe Bryant or Kobe Bryant sneakers, I think anytime they release these special Mambacita colorways, it always feels like a very special and important shoe to have in your collection. Objectively speaking though, from a colorway perspective, let's be honest, it is a very plain looking shoe, and there's not too much on this pair that really makes it stand out and seem that unique. But I don't think that's totally a bad thing. This basically being a black and white sneaker makes it a very easy shoe to pull off both on the court and casually, and I like how they pay homage to Gigi with these small details without being over the top and too in your face. So do I think this is worth the resale prices that these are going for? Probably not. But if you were able to get these for retail, or at least get these for a decent price on the secondary market, then I think these would be a really good shoe to add to your collection. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think with this Nike Kobe 4 Protro Mambacita. What are your overall thoughts on this colorway? And for anyone watching, were you guys able to grab these on May 1st? Did you take an L and pay resale for them? Or is it not really your thing and you pass on them altogether? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8, follow my Twitter account at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.